Hi guys and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Lily cup. This video has been requested so many times, but I'm not going to lie to you, it does take some psyching up to actually make these kinds of videos. My period videos do very well and they're often requested, but you have to be in the right mood, in the right state of mind in order to make these kinds of videos. It definitely pushes you out your comfort zone, but I know it really helps you guys, so I still do it for you anyway. So let's just jump right into this review. For starters, the reason the Lily cup is so popular is because it folds down to the size of a tampon, making it really easy and small to insert, and then it just pops open perfectly. This cup is advertised as the cup that never leaks, and I'm here to back that up and say that is true. I originally was a bit unsure about this cup because unlike other cups, you don't need to get a suction. It just literally just sits there, and to me that was really strange. After a whole year of working out how to get a suction, I then had a cup that no longer needed that. My first con towards this cup is that unlike my salt cups, this cup seems to stain for me. Not on the outside but on the inside. I have had cups for over a year now and I haven't had any staining issues until I met this cup here. It's not anything drastic, but on the inside around the rim there definitely is some staining. Following all my usual tricks like rinsing it under cold water instead of hot to prevent staining, and it's still kind of staining a little bit. So that is something to kind of be aware of. Another thing I noticed that I didn't notice with my other cups is that when it arrived it smelled quite chemically, but thankfully after its first boil the chemical smell disappeared. But that was something that set a little alarm off for me, as I wouldn't want anything chemically smelling going up inside. But moving on to the more positive things, this cup is the softest and smoothest silicone I have ever felt. Strangely, whenever I've watched Lily cup reviews myself before I bought one, I always thought that they were really thick and like rubbery, but they're not in the slightest. They're actually really thin, and I can see the light shining through the cup right now. You probably won't be able to see that on camera. They are incredibly thin. We're talking like maybe a millimeter thin. It just looks like a thick cup, but it really isn't. I feel what aids in it being leak free is the fact that it has this like rim around it here. There's not going to be anything coming out of that, so it also means that it's no spill when you remove it. But I have noticed that it's actually really easy. You just tug on the stem and down it comes, and it's probably the easiest cup to get out that I have found so far. The pouch that it comes in is high quality. The only thing that was like a bit iffy for me is the fact that it wasn't cotton. I feel like cup bags should be made out of cotton just so it's more breathable and you can pop it in it when it's still wet and it can dry in there. But it's still really high quality. The stitching on it is phenomenal, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Another thing I find really strange is, to me, I didn't feel like I had it open, so I went to the Put a Cup in It group and mentioned this, and so many other people said they had the same thing but the cup still doesn't leak. When it was inside it kind of felt like it was like this, but obviously this bit would be open because it's quite firm at the top, so it would just fill up and it would probably open as it got filler, so no leaking or any issues like that. It's honestly probably the best beginner's cup. The only thing I will say is I consider myself to have quite a high cervix, but still the stem sticks out. I've kind of got used to the feeling of something being there. I'm not sure how far I can cut it without damaging the cup, so I've just left it and let myself get used to the sensation of something slightly sticking out, although that really shouldn't be the case. I have tried pushing it up as far as it will go, but it doesn't seem to go much further, so that just must be where it's meant to sit, for me anyway. The only reason I'm kind of scared to cut the stem as well is, one, I can't tell where the stem ends and where the cup starts, and I don't want to break the cup, but as well I have read that sometimes when cutting cups they can become a bit of a hard or a rough edge that would need filing, and I just don't really want to cause that. If it's already kind of sticking out and I have got used to it, I wouldn't want it to be like still sticking out but rough and a bit annoying, so I'm just leaving it completely as it is. For the bullet points, yes, it's a great cup. Yes, it never leaks. Yes, it does go as small as a tampon, and as well it's just really easy to use. Well, I must admit the first ever time I used it I think it suctioned because I didn't realise you didn't have to suction it, and getting it out was really scary because it sits so high up. Trying to break a suction on a cup that's not meant to get a suction was kind of scary for me. I could feel it like sucking onto my cervix and I was a bit freaked out. And one other pro is that this is the cup that I can keep in for the longest with no problem whatsoever. Usually my salt cups, I'm emptying them every few hours. With this cup, it's every like 4 hours to 6 hours, which I think is great. It holds a lot more and it just doesn't leak or have the same issues that I do with other cups. So it really would be my Goldilocks cup if it wasn't for the fact it's slightly a bit too long and the stem sticks out. I have lots of period product videos on my channel. I will link some of them down below, but I have covered balm body, salt reviews, and so many others. So they're all linked down below for you if you want to check them out. And please don't forget to subscribe so you can stick around for more. I have so many different videos on my channel, you'd be surprised. If you feel like I haven't answered any of the questions that you still have, do leave me a comment down below and I will happily get back to you. Or if you'd rather talk to me in private, you can find me on Instagram at Mrs. Claire Lewin. I'll also leave my Instagram username down below for you if you want to chat privately, because I know it's not always fun asking questions in the comments, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have and assist you as best as I possibly can. And I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all in my next one. Please don't forget to subscribe for more. Bye, guys!